Hi, how's it going? This is a bonus episode on a fabulous Friday. Also, here's a bonus for your life. If you want to go to a live event, you better use the presenting sponsor of this podcast, SeatGeek. And it's not because they're just the greatest ticket buying platform on planet Earth. It's because they're good people. Mm-hmm. Wait until you see the Dream Seat giveaway that we were able to do at the Cincinnati game that we just cut together and we're releasing either today or tomorrow.
Felt good.
Mm-hmm. SeatGeek and us got a chance to give a family an experience of a lifetime. Because when you're getting a ticket to something, you're not just getting a ticket. You're getting a story that you can share forever. You're getting a moment that will never be forgotten. SeatGeek, the greatest ticket buying platform on earth, is the place you go whenever you need a ticket to anything. Football? Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hockey?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Theater?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Comedy?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Music?
Yeah.
Goddamn. Right now you use promo code PAT, get $10 off your first order. McAfee, get $20 off your first order. A little self-awareness. If we're not rich yet, go ahead and use that McAfee. Get the $20 off your first order. And if you're doing well, you got no student loan debts or anything like that, go ahead and use PAT for $10 off your first order because we need both of those to work for good business. And our good business is your good business because we can keep this thing going on forever and just riding this road all the way to the top. Speaking of the top, took a lot of vitamins. We're flying very high. You're going to enjoy this conversation. It's about to hit you right in the face. Hello, it is Friday, September 6th, 2019. If you're listening to this show before noon, know that Ty Schmidt is running on roughly 4.5 hours of sleep in the last 72 hours. Send him a tweet. Say, hey, Ty. Don't die, bub. Need you to stick around. Things are about to get going. He just guzzled his 5th Red Bull. The Green Bay Packers, which he is a team, the part owner of the team, is currently undefeated.
That's right.
So not only has he not slept, he's probably on a celebration bender right now with his baseball bat vitamin pen. He's probably taking one entire cartridge down. We're recording this late night after the game. Zito's Bears.
One done.
Incredible defense.
Yeah.
I just listened to Aaron Rodgers' postgame. Aaron Rodgers said he was asked about the offense kind of failing a little bit or struggling. And he said that the Bears defense is going to cause a lot of people's offense to struggle. Because I think your initial reaction is Aaron Rodgers didn't play all preseason. He must be rusty. Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur, it's a brand new system. They must not be on the same page. First couple drives, a lot of runs, and then all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers started slinging it. They started moving, then they were struggling. And Aaron Rodgers was like, yeah, I mean, maybe that was the case, but that Bears defense is really good.
Very, very good.
And on the flip side of that, that Bears offense was tough to watch at times. Zito?
Dinks.
Gumpy was in your ear a lot.
He was.
Chirping pretty heavily.
Yep.
That particular offense in Chicago last night with an entire offseason to prepare.
I can't wait to watch a Dolphins game, by the way, but
We're supposed to stink, though.
Yeah, that
right.
is very true.
You're going to watch Dolphins games?
Yeah, he won't. But Gumpy's a Dolphins fan. That's where that comes from. But let's not get off topic here.
Sorry.
Don't try to deflect. You got to eat this right now. An entire offseason, you score 3 points. That is very difficult to handle, I would assume, as a Chicago Bear fan on opening night.
they're trying to redo from last year. Redo the same thing, lose the Packers, come back strong.
So this is a plan?
It's all part of the game plan.
There was a lot of booing in the crowd. Apparently not everybody knew that was the motherfucking plan.
Yeah, it wasn't spread to everybody, but
Just
it's part of the plan, yeah.
Just Trubisky.
Well, director of morale.
Easy, Gumpy.
Director of morale was supposed to be at the game, but he came up with 17,000 excuses and didn't go to the game. He was supposed to run out the flag.
Zito told me
I would have died.
the wedding that he was uninvited from, he ended up getting back invited from, but he wasn't allowed to bring a +1 because the couple thought that he was abusing his invitation.
I was.
Which possibly, if we're just going to bring a random to this wedding. He went to the wedding, came back and said, I met a guy at the wedding. He said I can run the flag out opening night for the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
Everybody in the room, when he said that, said, Zito, you should go do that. That is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
100%.
Especially as a guy who supposedly likes the Bears.
Yeah,
Ty?
diehard fan.
Let's not use the word supposedly.
Ty Schmidt, I think you're a big Bears fan.
Thank you.
You got a Bears shirt on tonight.
Yep.
I saw you get a little passionate tonight when Ray Lewis was giving you a positive motivational speech.
Yep.
I saw you getting passionate about the Bears.
Ate a lava cake
Ate a lava cake.
Oh,
By the way,
with passion.
delicious.
before we get into Westwood One deal, it starts next week, and they'll probably sell us to like some sort of fast food. I would like to get this out there before we're not allowed to say this type of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Domino's lava cake is the greatest dessert from any fast food or delivery service in the history of chain restaurants, fast food, and delivery services.
It's the only happiness I had today.
Not
It's
gonna argue
amazing.
with you.
The lava cake that Evan Foxy has never tried in his life.
First time ever.
Not even tried, like never even heard of.
Didn't know what a lava cake was when I said, hey, big diet starts tomorrow. Let's go ahead and cram it in tonight. Zito, need you to order a lava cake from Domino's. So Zito ordered 8 of them. Foxy's going to try one and said, what are these? And we go, lava cake. He goes, I never heard of that. You know, Foxy lives this incredible life, which he has somehow ran the 3-man weave through his life, missing so many things.
A lot of things. I mean, I just don't order dessert from pizza places.
Yeah, I get that.
But you had never heard of a lava cake before.
Yeah,
Or dessert from
And you've
pizza
never
places.
been on the Domino's menu and just scroll down. And even when you don't order dessert from the pizza place on the Domino's app, they ask you at the end, do you want to add on the fucking most delicious dessert of all time?
It is,
And
too.
you literally it pops up as a screen and you have to say no or yes. You fucking know about
What
it.
you hear?
also not exclusive to Domino's. They exist elsewhere in the world.
What you're hearing right now from Diggs is just a fraction of the disappointment that he yelled at Foxy whenever Foxy said he didn't know what a lava cake was. One of my favorite moments. Foxy goes, what is a lava cake? And Diggs goes, Foxy, I'll tell you what, you never fucking ceased to, and he didn't know what to say. And it wasn't disappoint. It wasn't disgust, which are the first 2 options Diggs wanted to say to Foxy. Instead, he just said, surprise me. And Foxy, you tried it. It was great.
I've said and done a lot of dumb things in the 2 years I've been here, but no one out of all of you has ever been that disgusted.
As
in
Diggs
me.
was with the lava cake.
Yes.
Tony, welcome back to the Fat Club.
But
That's all I got to say.
Yeah, you can't get mad about a dessert.
Wow.
I'm going to assume if I've never had the lava cake, someone else out there that's listening has never had the lava cake. Get the lava cake.
That's not true.
Incredible.
Like, I understand there's some people, like, for instance, I have a very basic palate. I've lived a very normal life. If I feel, well, until a point, you get it.
Yeah.
I was very lucky to fall into some situations. Very lucky. But I have a pretty basic palate. So if I feel something, normally a group of humans feels that way.
Right.
You just assuming that you're like that is a wild scene. You just saying, well, I'm assuming if I never heard of a lava cake, somebody listening out there never heard of a lava cake. I don't think you should assume that. I think most people have heard of a lava cake. I think that is not true.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
And he was saying tried it. I assume there's people who haven't tried it, but everyone's, I think, has heard of a lava
I don't
cake.
know anyone that I went to college with who didn't have a lava cake while we were in college.
So
at
that's
least
all
once.
of the University of Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's knock the state of Iowa out. Pennsylvania, I'd assume they're pretty big
Yeah,
lava
hell
cake
yeah.
eaters.
I mean, Domino's.
So we're kind of falling through states here that probably
I mean, I'm sure everyone in Michigan has tried it. I don't know.
lava cakes are incredible.
Yeah, I knew what lava cake was before I knew what lava was. That's how common it is.
In your defense, Foxy, though, you're a Hungry Howie guy, right?
Yes.
It's not just Domino's.
That's where I'm confused. Where else sells it? Like,
Everywhere.
I just got lightheaded. I just lost all oxygen in my head with Todd's.
and so ordering desserts from pizza places for you guys.
Not normal.
I don't think that's a normal thing.
It's not.
That's
But
why I
you
don't
know,
think
Unless it's
that
like
weird.
the cinnamon bite type thing.
I was gonna say.
The
Yeah,
chocolate
like I've
chip
had that.
cookie from Pizza Hut
Yeah.
too is also delicious.
I mean,
It is.
cheesecake from the beginning of time has been offered up from pizza places.
Dessert pizza.
I mean, I just get pizza, breadsticks, and then sometimes the cinnamon sticks.
oh, so you do get
Well,
dessert.
that's a dessert.
Well, I don't know. Is
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
200%.
No, it's the part of the meal, the cinnamon sticks.
I think it's an appetizer, isn't it?
Dessert? No, yeah, it's appetizer. You're right.
Well, I don't get cake then. Take cake off the list.
Lava cake is like it's like a piece of candy that's hot though. It's like a Reese's.
Oh, that molten chocolate.
yeah.
And if you
God.
guys watch me eat it, you could tell it was my first time. Because
No,
that thing,
tonight,
Brownie with
mouth.
like the best brownie
Yeah,
jizz
you
inside
you
of
ate it like a
ever.
goon.
it was all over the place.
Speaking of goons, big kippers. There's a guy. What was his name?
Nick Kypreos.
There's a guy named Nick Kypreos. Plays the sport of hockey.
thought he was the tennis player.
Boy, when I walked up and they said his name, I couldn't even guess what he was. I thought he was an actor, and then I turned around and I saw his nose.
He was a handsome son of a bitch.
And he was attractive, but I saw his nose. I was like, "That's a hockey player." And they're like, "Yeah, that's Nick Kypreos." And I'm like, "I don't know who that is." And Gumpy goes, "Oh, he just got fired from Sportsnet, pal." You know what you said? Like,
20 years he'd been there.
and he got fired literally 2 days before that.
I think he was holding court for his next job.
Yeah. So Gumpy tells me that this big Nick
The Kyper.
Kypreos is potentially interviewing for another TV job back there. He'd worked there for 20 years, had been a voice of hockey basically in Canada for all this time. His last play ever, I found out via text message from Nick, was him laying face first on the ice in a pool of blood because he lost his last fight.
In the
He
NHL?
took a beating, yeah.
Yeah, he was a fighter, I guess.
He was
just
in the league, though?
He was a grinder, a goon. Yeah, he
Yeah,
played.
he won a cup with the Rangers in '94, though.
Yeah, but loved, universally beloved in Canada. I learned after the fact. And Gumpy goes, I think he's interviewing for his next job, pal. And I'm like, I'm going to walk over there and try to up his negotiations with him, right? Because if I'm like talking to a TV thing or a TV executive and somebody walks by and they're like, "Pat, love you," it's like, that's great news because the people just saw that. That's all they're looking for, right?
Right.
It has happened to me every single time, by the way. And every time it happens, I'm always just like, I wish I could give that guy like at least a percentage of this next contract because that person just helped me out so much, you know? At least get him some free merch from Nick or something. Somebody track that guy down, but you can't do it because you got to keep your cool. So I walked over to him, just learning about his name, and he's in the corner of the bar, and I go, "Hey, Mr. Kyper," because his Twitter is real Kyper. So I go, "Hey, Mr. Kyper, big fan, man." He goes, "Oh, thanks, pal," or whatever. And I go, "Really appreciate what you've done for the game of hockey, or the sport of hockey." And he goes, "Oh, no problem." I go, "Thank you, man." And I turn around and walk away. And Nick goes, "You're such a fucking asshole." So I'm like, I don't know. Hopefully I got him a raise, though. You know, like I felt like I really did a good deed there. And we're standing there bullshitting for probably, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And we're all just kind of sitting there trying to get the checks or whatever. And the waitress that was at our restaurant the night before was now at the bar, a different bar that we were at in Toronto. So I think she works at every restaurant in Toronto. And that was kind of a moment there while they were cashing out. And then all of a sudden I get like a tap on my shoulder and it's the Kyper. He rose from the corner and comes over and he goes, "Boys, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh, Kyper, how's it going?" He goes, "You guys Rangers fans?" Or I was like, "We're Penguins fans, but love hockey, blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "Okay." And he like stands there quiet for like 30 seconds. And we're just kind of all looking at him. And he's like, "You boys want a fucking picture?" So I go, "Obviously, yeah, absolutely we do, Mr. Kyper," because the TV network's still watching over there. So we're getting a picture with him, you know. So I go to take a picture with him again. He goes, he asked us, "You guys Rangers fans?" And I literally just told him no. But I point at Nick. I go, "This guy, diehard Rangers fan." So he fucking grabs Nick, like bodies him up. We take a photo, and he goes, "All right, boys, take care," and walks back to the corner. And I'll tell you what. I think I got to get a Kyper jersey. I've never in my life been asked, "You boys want a fucking picture?" It's like whenever Coach Jason Brown in the Last Chance U, while giving a motivational speech to his team, informed his team that he was a master motivator in the motivational speech. Like whenever you can play off something that cool, like, "You guys are going to win because I'm a master motivator." That and still look go. That's impressive. The Kyper was able to force us into taking a picture with him and still look cool. And I don't know. I honestly don't know how many people could pull that off.
Well, Andy's a Toronto legend, we found out.
We get an Uber. We get a fucking Uber to the airport. And obviously this Kyper story had captivated the group. Because like, this fucking guy just walks up to us. So we're driving in an Uber. And by the way, new podcast I would like to start is called Canadians Talking to Each Other. Just because the two accents going back and forth is insanity. But Gumpy was in the way back, and his Uber driver obviously driving in the way front. And he's like, how's your guys' day? You know, like the whole thing. And I forget who, somebody said like, oh, just got done hanging out with the Kyper or whatever. And the fucking guy goes, you guys know Kyper? And for 5 minutes, Gumpy and this guy are talking about what a beauty is the Canadian word for what Kyper is. And the driver's like, yeah, I just got let go of Sportsnet. Yeah, like, pal, what's going on? He's like, and Gumpy's in the back like, oh, I just saw him at a big meeting with a TV company. And the driver in front's like, oh, with who? You got to tell me. And Gumpy's like, pal, can't tell you, pal. And the guy's like, oh, no, you're not going to tell me? He's like, no, pal, can't. And the Americans are just sitting in between this, and they're just bickering back and forth over top of us about a Canadian hero that I didn't even know existed until 24 hours before that. So for the big Kyper that's listening, man, thanks for what you did to the sport.
I love that you just did a comedy stand-up ending. Fucking bring it around.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. We had a great time in Canada. It was outrageous up there. So thankful to get back and have the NFL start, though. Man. Just watching a game, the whole thing. The whole goddamn thing. From Meghan Trainor. From Meghan Trainor out there. And this is why the NFL did the Meghan Trainor thing. The NFL did the Meghan Trainor thing because the NFL knows that everybody who watches the NFL is going to be watching no matter what. Okay? So if you're somebody who's a football fan, it's opening night of the NFL. You've seen bullshit preseason games. You're going to watch regardless. The only thing they were hoping for is Meghan Trainor to potentially bring in like a 1% increase from somebody that would never, ever, ever watch the NFL. That's
sense.
the only way that they could logically be like, you know what? Opening night? Fucking Meghan Trainor.
Here's the only flaw in that thinking. They probably should have booked someone who actually had fucking fans.
Oh my God, easy. You should not say what you just said.
Trust me, there's no Meghan Trainor army that's going to fucking come after
the trainer train
I can't wait.
has been running roughshod on people that say bad things about Meghan Trainor.
Where?
Well,
You're about to find out.
You're
man.
hey, choo choo. You know what? The trainer train is about to train the digs for sure.
It'd be funny if like this was the one thing that I said that like really fucking turned into.
I can tell you right now, I can just tell you that I know for a fact her people are militant because she represents certain people that see themselves in her that don't get represented a lot in that industry.
Yeah, you're right. So it's like a cult.
Yes.
Tony, you're in trouble.
You're fucked, dude. Can you please add on your Twitter bio that the opinions... Great game. People hated it. Great punting.
I love a nice defensive game.
I think you just loved it. The only reason why we loved it is because it was the first game of the year.
Maybe.
Bingo.
I'll tell you what, if that was a
for
Thursday
sure.
night game, week 8, we'd be like, fucking Thursday night football's terrible.
But there's an option on ESPN.
Yes.
So if the games are going to be like that, I'm not saying that it wasn't awesome to watch the punters punt, a game-winning punt from Yoga J.K. Scott out of Alabama. Kid literally looks like he's 10. Hit a 63-yard game-winning bomb to win that thing. Aaron Rodgers gets afterwards, says, hey, we got a defense. We got a good defense. We got a good defense. He's all jacked up. They're going to get up there and win. But it was quite a boring football game for a lot of people on the internet. And the only reason why I know that is because normally my tweets during games, if it's about anything other than the game, won't do shit. People just skip over it. I tweeted that video of that guy catching a cell phone on the roller coaster. That thing went. So people were watching the game, but they were just on their phone like, yeah, what the fuck? This is boring. And just, starting conversations on other things. Like, and we'll get back to, and we're here. I'm assuming it's going to have a great rating, but I don't think people enjoyed the game much. But I love that's real football here. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's
dressed-
NFC North.
NFC North Smash Mouth football.
I mean, what do we want? Down here in Chicago?
Bears Packers 100th year anniversary. You know what? It was a commemorative throwback to the 1919 season. That's the one. When there was no passing allowed.
Yeah.
And they were dressing like that. They knew the game was coming.
Well, Roaring 20s is almost here, my friend.
Hey, how about no slide in for Collinsworth?
I know.
What was the bet?
Plus 10,000.
Rigged for sure. Al Michaels and Collinsworth were like, they looked at it, they were like, plus 10 fucking thousand. Yeah, we'll have them just fucking sit here for sure. What was that? $20 bets 2,000?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Al Michaels just cashed in.
Fucking Al's wife at home just emptying the bank account right into the betting app.
Hey, babe. Chris is not sliding in today. plus 10K. And if they have a bet for hats on in the booth, we'll both have those fucking. I think Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels don't get a lot of positive love on the internet because they've been around for so long. I think Chris Collinsworth's been around for so long, and also sometimes he can stray a bit negative. But I don't mind him.
I like him a
I
lot.
like Chris Collinsworth. I like Al Michaels too.
I didn't like Collinsworth at first because I thought he came off very smug.
Yes.
Yeah,
Some-
And he still does, but he's grown on me.
sometimes he gets really horned up on one player too, whether it's good
They
or
all do
bad.
that, though.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I was pretty locked in on DSR. or whatever.
DTR.
By the way, did not know his name. I heard somebody else say it in the broadcast. It was Adam Amin, I think, dropped the DTR in there. And I was like, oh, good. That's his name. I should have known the quarterback's name coming into this game. I mean, I feel like that's broadcasting 101.
I mean, don't have three names.
What do you fucking want from me? There's 400 kids out there.
Right.
Don't have three names.
I knew Desmond Ritter, a kid sat in the pocket. You know why? Because Cincinnati Bearcats answered my tweet. How about this? I'll learn your quarterback's name. You answer my tweet. No, that was there were some learning moments from that. But I'm excited. Football's all the way back. Live shows coming on Monday. We're giving away Cadillac Escalade next week. That's really coming together. I may or may not have been up north smoking legal when we came up with that idea on the spot into a microphone. So now we have to actually figure out the logistics of it. I think we're starting to figure out the logistics of it.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to come together. We're going to see if that Escalade turns on.
That's the
Step
first
one.
step.
We're going to get it washed. Sam thinks there's a potential rat living underneath
I
it.
feel like we could never get inside of it either.
The Escalade?
Yeah. Am I wrong? Or maybe the keys were just locked in there. I just remember one time like not being able to get in.
No, so the battery was dead.
Oh, that's what it
Oh,
was.
I know about that.
And this, yeah, you do. Zito's battery is back being non-existent, by the way. Old jump cable Zete.
Yeah, I went to go get Domino's Pizza. I had to jump the car.
lava cakes. Black on black, red on red. Sit outside Domino's.
Sir, you need help with that? No, I got it.
This is in every movement scenario for me. Yeah, so we're going to give away an Escalade. But the battery, there's a lot of fucking gadgets on that car. I don't fully like it. But so I'm happy I'm giving it.
It has
fully
every
loaded.
option possible.
Every button
in any
possible.
car. Yes.
I'm too simple of a human for that car, but I'm sure whoever wins it from the next week giveaway, listening and watching the live show on DAZN and listening on radio stations across the country of the United States, by the way. Just quick heads up. Got a little intel for our show on DAZN. We're going to be live in Canada,
Let's go.
America,
Of course.
Germany.
Yes.
9.
Yes,
Oh, sorry. I don't know. Yes.
See.
I think you just said it. I think yeah.
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 Yeah, bitch.
That's Russian. Da.
Yeah, da is yes. in
We're in
Russian.
Russia?
Hi is Japanese.
Ooh.
And we are not on in Japan.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But grazie to Italy.
Arrivederci.
We'll be broadcasted on the DAZN app in Italy,
So they must listen to the show.
Germany, Canada, and the United States. So not only are we a nationally syndicated radio show, we are legitimately a worldwide show. The Italians asked for us, I guess.
It's going to feel pretty good, huh?
It's hilarious.
Paisans know.
I
It's
walked
not
up-
always good when they ask for you, but this time it is.
Yeah, the Italians summoned me into a fucking room. I hope there's just one big time mafia guy over there. It's a diehard fan of ours somehow. He like just falls in love with us, and we get invited like the IG models get invited by Saudi princes.
That would be the shit.
Yeah, the mafia sends a plane over. We got a bunch of pinky rings in there as soon as we get on. Coming to see the boys in Italy.
Do you think they heard about our Italian club shirt? And they're like, yeah.
I
we
do
want them.
wonder if they
Did you
had.
see my uniform on Monday?
I know that's what I'm saying. I think you should really.
I am going to do it
yeah,
up.
yeah, I think you should. Let them know we represent
Gold chains are gonna
Dumpy's
be
Canada.
flowing.
You're Italy. The Germans are going to be tough. Maybe we'll have Sally McAfee come in. She's 100%
Oh,
German.
Schmidt's about as German as you
Ah,
get.
Hush, Schmidt.
Whoa.
The man in the high heel or whatever it is.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Bruce Jenner.
Whoa.
Whoa.
At one point, he was a man in high heels.
Oh, Jesus. Double down.
Oh, he's not wrong.
By the way, rest in peace to Bruce Jenner.
Yes, rest in peace.
He did a lot of great things for her country.
Wheaties box.
He was the greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner, a champion in her own.
Incredible golfer.
Well said.
Yeah.
She is a champion in her own.
Yes.
Got a makeup deal immediately.
You think she's gonna destroy in that roast? That Alec Baldwin roast?
She's on it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So it's Alec Baldwin. Can't remember who the comedians are, but
What channel is it on?
Comedy Central.
Caitlyn Jenner's on it?
Yeah.
Who's being roasted?
Alec Baldwin,
Oh, it is Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, it's his roast.
Nice.
but she's part of it though.
Is Jeffrey Ross going to be there?
You
Yes.
bet your
The
ass.
roast
he will.
master,
Oh,
you
no.
mean?
Oh, no.
I'm getting so
I
uncomfortable.
hope Jezelnik's on it.
I am getting so uncomfortable right now. What's that? Tack.
Oh, Robert De Niro's the other guy too.
There's something called tack. I
Oh,
believe.
yeah. Secondhand embarrassed.
Yes, where you feel embarrassment for somebody else and get it's not embarrassment. You get uncomfortable for somebody else. It's like you get uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch that because if they're going after Caitlyn Jenner, I'm gonna be worried about it. I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna be like, can we please just skip over this part?
I'm not so sure it's not just going to turn into the roast of Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
You have Jeff Ross up there. Just
You got
That's all he does.
what is he supposed? This is not good.
It's his Super Bowl.
Smart of Alec Baldwin to invite her. Look at that. She's going to take the brunt of this
you
thing.
got Ken Jeong, Nikki Glazer, Caroline Ray, Adam Carolla,
No.
then Robert De Niro, Blake Griffin, Caitlyn Jenner, Chris Redd, and Jeff Ross.
That's not bad, Dais. I'll be excited to see Blake Griffin up there. I've heard he's pretty good. I'm excited to see it. That's gonna be. I'm not gonna watch it though. It's gonna be tough.
You'll see highlights.
Yeah.
You'll see highlights.
But the highlights are gonna be.
the best parts.
I'm worried about her. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's a tough spot, man.
You know what though? I think it could help normalize even more so than
Yeah,
Caitlyn
yeah.
Jenner's already done. So it's probably a
Yeah.
good move. The more Caitlyn Jenner can do, probably the better.
And obviously, she knows what she's getting into. So she must be mentally ready.
Does she go from the ladies' tees?
I think she goes blue tees.
Really?
By the way, so much certainty. Did you just read?
I just couldn't remember the last tees in my head.
Well,
tips.
they're not blue.
Black.
Gold.
They're black
Okay.
tips.
Are you just making up numbers or colors right now?
Yeah.
Have you ever golfed?
Yeah,
Not
the four
good.
dons of golf.
Yeah.
What are
your
the-
dad taught me and your dad taught
What are the four dons of golf?
me. Slow down. Foot down. Ass down. Oh my God.
What's above your shoulders?
Head down. I haven't golfed in a while. I forgot the rules.
Anyways, we're all pumped the NFL's back. I think the Indianapolis Colts are potentially just going to go undefeated this year.
Well,
I like the way they're coming together.
Jacoby video did it for you, really?
What's that? The throw?
Yeah.
Yeah, they posted one throw from practice, and it was a
I mean, it was a dart.
rope in literally the only spot that old Funches could have caught it. I like Jacoby, man. QB1 Jacoby, by the way, great shirt.
available now.
That's from Star Trek.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Of course,
Same thing.
No, my friend. Not even close to the same thing.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't have borrowed words from each other. Could it have been Space Wars? What was first, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Oh, so I think they should have been Space
Actually,
Trek.
no, I don't know.
Yeah,
What,
pretty-
Star Trek was a
I
TV
think.
show.
Oh,
What,
boy.
was it 60s?
Is that with the Reading
late
Rainbow
60s.
guy?
Yeah, that was a version of it.
Was that Star Trek or
Star Trek.
That was during the shitty years.
with the
Star
Rainbow
Trek.
Reading Rainbow
Yeah.
guy?
Is this one?
Oh, you fucking bite your tongue.
Yeah,
Captain
Star
Jean-Luc
Trek.
Picard.
Can't hold a candle to Captain Kirk. What are you talking about?
Captain Kirk's the guy from Travelocity?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know who he is.
You know a
he had,
lot more
he had
about
that
I
judo
thought you
chop. He could take out any alien with that one little judo chop.
Bro, he was with the little gnome. They traveled.
would. Oh, no, yeah, but I only noticed the gnome. I had no idea that Captain Kirk was in this.
Yeah, it's a Shatner guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy Shatz.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Billy Shatz.
Yeah, Miss Congeniality. That's what I know. Billy Shatz.
Oh, he had a good performance in Miss Congeniality. You know what?
Him and Sandy. Oh,
Oh,
Performance.
great personality. What was it called? Congeniality.
Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won an award.
Congratulations, you did win an award.
We.
We did?
Yeah, from the Academy
What?
of Ty.
Social media chairs,
there's
non.
no- We won a prestigious award.
Oh, it was the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know, the thing about awards is I'm trying to hold off here because I do feel honored that this random group of humans chose our show to say, hey, you're doing good, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have not.
It's a good pat on the back. But as soon as you empower awards that you win, then you also have to now start caring about ones that you don't win.
Wow, that's a great perspective.
And then if you don't win the awards, you have to really wonder why you didn't win the awards. Because if you truly cared about winning the awards, then you're wondering why you didn't win the awards. And then you start thinking about it. You're like, oh, some people I've never met before sitting in a fucking room listening to 5 minutes of this show. And they're saying, oh, this one's better than this other show.
Yeah.
What if we had a bad show, the one that they chose to listen to? What if we had Marshawn Lynch wide open for the show that they chose to I just think Jerry Seinfeld was spot on whenever he says awards and everything, whenever it comes and pertains to comedy or content, is a big joke because people's taste buds are the harshest almost for entertainment. And where one person can absolutely love a lava cake, somebody might despise it. And that person might be from Michigan. Yuck. But taste buds and tastes are just so different for so many people. So I appreciate the award. But I will not empower awards because who gives a fuck?
Well said.
Well said.
Thank you, boys. With that being said, we won, bitches. They put they put some real shit into that.
I mean, it was good.
I wish they would have just gave me a glass helmet, you know what I mean, for the future.
I just don't think the NFL is going to allow that fucking LeBron glass helmet.
LeBron's trying to boost the CTE, so he's putting glass helmets out there.
AB would rock the shit out of that fucking helmet, dude.
I really respect what LeBron was saying in that video.
I didn't understand what he was trying to say.
He was saying that NFL athletes don't get treated like humans because they're only seen as gladiators, right? So whenever an NFL player speaks out about something, they're always like, "Oh, shut the fuck up." Which basically, by the way,
Yeah, man, pretty spot on.
there's a lot of that reaction because the helmet's on. You don't really see them much. Now, granted, Odell was very good at taking the helmet off and things like that. So I think what LeBron was saying was, although it does appear that it's a gladiator out there, you know, the linebackers, punters, kickers, the helmet's on, gladiators on the field. There's a human underneath, so we just need something that you can see through to see the human on the inside. And the problem with that, though, is that the things that you can see through probably not going to stop concussions.
Yeah, pretty fragile.
It's made out of glass. We're going to have fucking shards of glass all over the field.
Well, you know what they say. If you live in a glass house, you know what I mean? And if you wear a glass helmet, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're going to die.
He made a big debut, too. I thought it was going to be like an actual, you know what I mean? He was like, never before seen. I was like, all right, LeBron, let's go. And Nick was like behind me. He was like, watch the end. I was like, I'm getting a little fucking bored here. You know, well, stick around. And he pulled that glass helmet out. I was like, what the fuck is this? I like LeBron, man. It's hard, though. Bro, with the fucking Taco Tuesday thing and the whole...
He's so unrelatable at this point.
I like him.
The Taco Tuesday thing made him relatable, and then he ruined it.
You're right. 1,000% right.
You know what I mean?
Bro, like, I want to like him. I like him. I like the greats that are great. And he's great. But boy, he makes it tough, man.
Do you like him or do you like his athletic ability?
Good question.
Hey, Frank. I don't need the semantics. I don't need... Did he show up drunk last year and play in the NBA? Possibly.
Yes. Like
Got
that.
a wine issue.
Did he mail it in?
Yes.
Probably. He took a 1-year vacation just like Le'Veon Bell, and he's coming back strong this year. They're going to be great again. Dwight Howard looks chiseled. He's going to be on top of the world again. But all these things he does, it's getting tough to defend. You know?
I agree.
Because everybody knows I'm a LeBron guy. So anytime he does anything, I get 5 to 6 text messages immediately. AQ Shipley will say, as soon as LeBron posts anything, I'll get a text from AQ that's like, Jordan would fucking never.
Exactly.
That's all I ever get. Jordan would never. And I'm like, take it easy, okay? Just like I was talking to Steve Nash And he said Jordan's the greatest of all time because whenever you were playing Jordan, you feared it, you know? And then he talked about how the rules are different then. If LeBron played back then, people would fear fucking LeBron too. If he's 6'8" throwing bows at motherfuckers, I would assume people are going to fear LeBron as well. So it's not really comparable there, Mr. Nash.
Gonna be tough to be afraid of some guy. Taco Tuesday.
Does he have a chance to bring it back though? Because I feel like
Nope.
people.
What?
No, I feel like honestly,
Taco Tuesday?
It's tough to defend, Foxy.
did people hate Tom Brady back in the day? And now he's getting older and he's doing the dad jokes. He's
Yeah, but
becoming relatable.
Yes, people hate
It's
it.
gotten,
That's
to
what
a,
I'm saying.
It's gotten to a point where Pat's almost done with him. He used to defend him to the fucking
To the
death.
death. It's hard.
I always will defend him, no matter what.
No,
He's
see,
just
that's your problem.
So
We got to be able to adjust. Okay, I'm an Antonio Brown guy too. I'm a big time Antonio Brown guy. I used to dap up Antonio Brown before games, full conversation. How's your family? Follows me on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter. I've tackled him. He's embarrassed me in front of my family. We have a good relationship. But all this shit, it's getting tough. It's getting really tough.
He's such a fucking goofball, man. It's like, just make your little point and just shut up. You're going on for 80 minutes.
LeBron
of
or
fucking
Antonio?
nonsense. Both.
It is true, though. Like Antonio, I mean, I guess a tweet he sent a couple weeks back was that Luck was just a pregame. He tweeted that. I don't know if that's accurate or not, if somebody made that up. Nick sent it to me. This is what Nick
It was
does.
a screenshot. I didn't doctor it.
Anybody I like, Nick.
Come on.
It's me thing. I'll just be hanging out, looking at my phone, scrolling through my Twitter, what's going on in the world, see a message from Frank Moraldo, I click on it, and all of a sudden it's just like, boop. Hey, Pat, lava cakes from Domino's have cancer.
So Nick's just scrolling out. Pat's gonna hate this.
Yes, exactly.
Send.
I did it to you yesterday with Avatar.
Yes, exactly. Oh, it's incredible.
The quote was, Avatar is a movie about a guy who betrays his entire planet just so he can clap some alien cheeks.
Sent that to me out of nowhere. I'm just sitting there laying down, relaxing, and he sends it to me. But I didn't follow the account that he
Hate
sent
when
it to
that
me.
happens. Great
So I was
just-
like, "Oh, I can't see it. I can't see it." And he was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll get it to you." It's awesome. But Antonio Brown, this Antonio Brown thing, it's become very difficult. Flip mode, spin mode. Okay, Antonio Brown got to Oakland. Okay, he went over to Derek Carr's house. Dapped him up. I love Derek Carr. Call God. We got a handshake. Then he started practicing with Derek Carr. He was like, wait a minute. This ain't what I thought it was. So he called God. And God said, you got to get the fuck out of Oakland. And Antonio said, that's a lot of money, God. And God said, no. You called me for the answer. And I'm telling you, get the fuck out of there. So Antonio said, bet. He went into a cryotherapy thing, barefooted. So let me just burn my feet off. They'll cut me from Oakland. Nope. Weathered the storm somehow. You know what? I'm going to say I'm not going to play if I don't have this fucking helmet from 1965. Went to fight Roger Goodell about this thing. Got denied 3 times. They're like, oh, we're going to appeal it. And they're like, well, we've already appealed it. You
Hoping
know,
the NFL would suspend them.
we're going to be just hoping that Goodell would be like, nope, can't play if you're going to wear that helmet. You said it. Then now he's like, you know what? I'm just going to skip mandatory shit, not tell anybody. And when they find me, I'm fucking furious. And then I'm going to go right up to the GM in training camp. I just got here. And tell him, I'm going to punch him in the face. Then I'm going to punt a ball. And then I'm going to tell him, find me for that, bitch.
Yeah.
And if they don't cut me then, I don't know what else I got to do. I think Antonio Brown is trying to get out of Oakland.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, that would make sense, definitely.
He has to be.
And I would give him the benefit of the doubt. I hope he's that genius.
Trying to get out of there.
Oh, no.
Then he just goes and signs a 1-year prove-it deal with the Patriots. They re-up him like 10 weeks in because he's buying into the Patriot way. He kept calling God every night, and things came through for him. Tom Brady put him on the TB12 treatment. They got the entire thing. Belichick sits him down on day 1. He's like, what the fuck? And Antonio's like, with his big smile, I was trying to get home, coach. I was just trying to get to here. He's like, you were just trying to get cut? Yeah. That's why you told the GM you were going to punch him in the fucking face? Yeah. That's why you didn't wear shoes in a cryotherapy in negative 100 degrees? Yeah. That's why you took a hot air balloon in there 45 minutes? Yeah. That's why you missed walkthroughs and practices and didn't tell anybody? Yeah. All right, well, fuck it. Yeah, you can play for us for free.
I hate that you're even putting this in the fucking universe.
What
happened?
What if it's even better than that? What if he got help? What if he had somebody like Aaron Rodgers or somebody who would really like to have him and like helped him coordinate this?
Well, Rodgers would never. So.
He doesn't need help.
No, it's
He-
fucking Tom. Pat already said it. It's Tom's guy, whatever the fuck his name is.
Who? Tom Brady's
Tom
guy?
Brady?
No, Alex.
Guerrero.
Guerrero.
Yeah, Guerrero fucking probably knew exactly what the Cairo chamber would do.
Oh, you think Guerrero sent AB a text and was like, all right, first things first. It'll look terrible, but it won't really hurt you that bad. Hop in the cryo thing with no shoes on. It'll look very bad. People will feel very bad for you, but you won't be able to walk
Correct.
for a couple weeks. They'll have to cut you. All right. Then they don't cut him for that. They like stand with him. He's like, what's next? And Guerrero's like, concussions are hot right now. Go with the helmet. All right. I'll fight everybody tooth and nail. No helmet. Well, they still won't fucking cut me. All right. Well,
To GM.
yeah, got to go punch the GM. I mean, it does seem like everything was just kind of building up
Yeah.
to. It seems like he's trying to get cut.
A lot of people thought he did that in Pittsburgh too to try and get out of that situation.
The thought of Antonio Brown, though,
Worked once.
he bought $1 million watch, what, like a month ago?
That's the first thing I said to you today.
$1 million watch. Is that going to be regrettable? Antonio Brown can sell merch on his Instagram, though, and make a lot of money, I'd assume. He's got some diehard fans, right?
Yeah.
Does Antonio Brown have diehard fans?
If he's playing,
I assume so.
I think he thinks he does.
Hey, I like John Gruden being good cop, by the way.
oh, he's doing his best.
Didn't even say anything. You could tell he's about at his wit's end. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
He
his
said
press
that
conference today.
the team would make a statement. Mm-hmm. Hey, Coach Gruden, you know that guy you've been defending? Just like Pat McAfee has been. Yeah, you probably had to defend LeBron James, too. How do you feel about his latest incident? The fucking team will make a statement later. I'm out of here. Mayock just showed up, spoke for 7 seconds. Antonio Brown's not here. We don't know if he's coming back. And then he just walked out. It's a whole scene.
Gruden looked so defeated in that little presser there that you just know. You knew immediately by looking at his face Antonio's not coming back. And I wonder if it got to a point where, like, Gruden wanted him so bad that he just went up to Mayock and be like, sorry, man. Just let him punch you in the face.
I think it was Florio tweeted, though, that he was like, Gruden is going to have to potentially choose between Mayock and Antonio Brown. There's no way he would keep Antonio Brown. at this
Drew
point, would he?
Rosenhaus.
Oh, my
Drew
God.
Rosenhaus is right. He's right in the middle of his happy place right now. He was on the sideline of the first game of the 100th NFL season wearing a Rosenhaus sports representation zipper thing. What's that, a pullover?
3/4 zip.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of those, by the way.
3/4 zips.
Rosenhaus one.
Oh, you do.
I was rep
You
by
were a client.
Rosen for 3 weeks, yeah. Rosenhaus, like 3 weeks or maybe a month. I was so low on the totem pole. I was like, yeah. I'm gonna leave, man. He's like, oh, okay, Pat. If you ever want to get back, we're definitely here for you. He's a good guy. Okay, I like Rosenhaus, but his job to be an agent, he has perfected. He's on SportsCenter commercials back in the day. He was the first real powerhouse sports.
He
agent.
was, yeah. They compared him to like Jerry Maguire.
He's the guy. And now here we are in 2019, and Rosenhaus is somehow found his way right balls deep into the middle of the biggest controversy in the NFL. And he's on the sideline on NFL Network opening night right before or after Meghan Trainor and before Meek Mill talking about he doesn't think the relationship is non-salvageable. He thinks it is salvageable. And that's what his job is. Antonio has been a very good player. We handled everything in a very professional fashion. There's been a lot of speed bumps, but he still thinks that he can bring everybody together. You think Mayock in his first year as a GM, is this his first year as a GM?
Yeah.
Is ever going to get over the guy that he just paid $90 million to, telling him he's going to punch him in the face?
Not a chance.
No
Not
way.
a chance.
There's no chance.
When Rich Eisen asked
Oh.
them to ask Rose.
We were all thinking it.
Rich Eyes, who was on the sideline?
Oh, what's her name?
Lindsay?
Stacey
She
Dales?
didn't want to ask it either. She stumbled over it.
She has the earpiece in. Rich Eisen's back in his studio in another city, and Drew Rosenhaus is just sitting there, and she has the handheld mic with the earpiece in. Drew Rosenhaus can't hear the studio at all. They wrap up, and Drew Rosenhaus is like, we think something good will come from this, like a super agent answer, and she's like, thank you, Drew. And he's like, you got it. And he like looks at the TV thinking that it's like a closeout shot. Like he just hit a home run. And Rich Eisen, as they're fading out, goes, excuse me, can you ask him? is Antonio Brown's brain all right? So she has to restart back up. Drew, they're asking, and he's like still talking, like saying goodbye. He thinks it's over. And they're like, is Antonio Brown mentally healthy? And in Rich Eisen's tone, the way Rich Eisen was saying was like, hey, your guy obviously lost his fucking mind. Is there any statement you want to make on that? And Drew's like, he's absolutely mentally healthy. Everything he is doing is very natural and calm, basically. He just went on this big, long rant. And I was like, Rosenhaus is the best, dude. He'll sell any car that he can sell.
Oh, yeah. It was like a little commercial for him.
It was.
basically.
And there wasn't a single negative thing. He found a way out of saying a single negative thing about any of the situations. Like, my job is to get it all back together sooner rather than later, obviously. They're like, do you have a timetable for this? He's like, sooner rather than later.
It's an honest question though. Like all this AB stuff happened pretty much after Vontaze Burfict destroyed him in the playoffs and hit him in the head, and then he was out for the next playoff game. Like it's all been after that. I think that's the downfall right there. Vontaze Burfict hit in the playoffs.
I'm not letting him off that easy.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted a contract before that, and he was threatening to hold out and sit out before that.
Yeah, but
and
that's normal.
It is, but there was still. It's always been something with him. It's always been something, and we tolerated it because he was talented. And then
I guess he-
eventually,
Oh, my
it
God.
builds up.
Pittsburgh feels so good.
Oh, dude. When this stuff comes out and like it's not your concern anymore, this is the most free feeling I've ever felt in my entire life.
Do you think he came up with this?
It's like when
Let's
your
say Pat's
girlfriend's
right.
like it's like when your girlfriend's like 2 weeks late on her period, and then her period comes. That's how I felt today when the AB news came out today. It's just so freeing
Hold on.
that you don't have to worry anymore.
Diggs had like 5 tweets out before anybody else had even seen the fucking thing.
Yeah, and then I said something, and then he would just chime. Diggs was so chatty.
My face hurts from smiling all day.
You were a bit chatty on the internet today.
Oh, he was so excited because we get the same notification. Obviously, we're following the same people, and I see it pop up, and then immediately, as soon as I see it, I hear Diggs go, "Oh, did we see the news?"
He just threatened to punch the GM in the face. Good for them. I don't think they're going to be in playoff contention this year.
No.
I think Green Bay has a chance, though. They got a defense.
Yeah, and they haven't had a good defense in like 10 years.
That's why Aaron Rodgers
Since
was
they
so
won the
excited.
Super Bowl.
That's why Aaron was so excited.
That Savage kid can play, man.
So fast.
The whole young secondary.
Hey, Savage. This is Savage.
This is Savage. Aptly named.
He actually did change his number to 21 Savage.
And
And
then
then
went back 26 because
yeah,
Woodson.
he sold too many jerseys, and they said that he's going to have to pay out the difference because he missed like a cutoff to change the jersey number.
It was like LeBron when he tried to do that with AD.
Yep, exactly.
Well, yeah, Anthony Davis had to go back to his kindergarten number.
Yeah.
Well, taking it back way back to my kindergarten number. It's like, what? Yeah, Nike said we can't do shit.
So every year you start like with football, like you have a chance to change a number if you want.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, you can up until a certain point, and then they cut you off because Nike has already produced so many jerseys and sold so many.
That sounds like a them problem to me.
Yeah.
I'm not really a guy that's like, hey, fuck you, but that
It is a them problem,
seems
but
like a hey, fuck
They
you.
have to go to DTG.
Well, you can't do that with
Yeah,
jerseys.
you want tackle twill jersey. I mean, you want the real stuff.
Yeah,
would
you want
also-
to pay $350 for
Yeah, exactly.
It would cause people to buy more of their jerseys because
Yeah.
they would want the updated number. But then also, it's cool that I have the old one because that's now vintage.
Todd,
it's the back stock.
too much common sense.
Yeah.
I did want to change my name one year when I was young.
Your name?
To what?
Yeah, I think I told you guys that. I want to change my last name to Fuck. With P-H-U-K or U-C-K.
Oh, it's
So it would have been Fuck One.
Nice.
And they would have had to say Patrick fucking the fuck. I was thinking about doing it real hard. That was back whenever I was very young and very.
everyone would have thought you were Asian.
I'd just like to hear Al Michaels say that I was coming out to punt. Fuck coming out here to and they would have had to do it, right? It's my legal name.
Oh, yeah.
Ocho Cinco became Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
Would they blur it out though? They'd have to.
It's funny you
every
say
time.
that. 'Cause
P-H-U-C-K.
Would it be fucked?
Ah, fuck. Shanked it.
Yeah. Fuck got a hold of that one.
my fantasy team name has PHUCK in it because you're not allowed to swear on the fucking in your team name on the site.
What site are you on?
What did I win? CBS.
Has fantasy drafts all happened already? I guess it had to have.
Yeah.
Is everybody in here on a fantasy team?
I am not.
Hey, Diggs, what wide receiver did you take?
Don't worry about who I took.
Antonio Brown.
What was that?
Antonio Brown.
Looks like you're gonna have to flex.
I thought he was gonna be fine for at least 4 or 5 weeks before he fucking broke down.
Is that what it's called? Flex?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a position.
I was at Yahoo Canada, launched a podcast for them. DAZN PR set us up with a bunch of PR interviews, and I never really gone on a media tour like that. It's kind of a cool thing that they set up. A couple of them. I mean, I was on the first ever podcast of somebody, so I'm co-host of.
Congratulations.
A podcast. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not on the next episode, did I get fired? I would like to know.
Hey man, thanks for spreading the word on this show that no one's ever listened to.
It was set up. It was set up for me to do PR for DAZN and our show coming to DAZN. And what it turned into was doing a show with literally zero. Because if you haven't launched a podcast yet,
There is no listenership.
there is literally a zero listenership.
Yeah.
And that guy was talented. I'm sure it's going to grow. But if you're doing marketing for something, it feels as if you should think about doing a show that has at least one listener.
Yeah.
There was more listeners in the room of that podcast.
Yeah.
And the guy was good.
You'd be like, we don't even really have to record this. We can just talk amongst ourselves. Have a chat.
Hey, the guy was good, though. Like, I think the show will do well.
Yeah.
I think that guy will succeed. But it was very interesting to do a marketing push with a show that, I mean, by definition, has zero listeners at the moment. So that was interesting. But then they put me on in front of a camera for like one-liner type things. The last time I did this was when I did it with Bleacher Report at the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And I predicted the end of Endgame, right?
Yes.
Steal the rocks from the fucker.
Yep.
Everybody thought I gave a spoiler. Turns out, I just wrote the movie for you guys. Never saw the thing. So the lady that was doing it was actually there from Bleacher Report at the Super Bowl. Because I said, last time I did this, I predicted the end of that Infinity thing. And they were like, the lady was like, no, it was Endgame. And I was the one that asked you the question. I was like, oh, cool. So we'll get set up for more situations like that. The first 6 were about fantasy football. I know nothing about fantasy. It was called Trade, Drop, or
Keep.
Start, yeah.
Yeah. And they would get 3 players. And they're like, you drop the one that's the worst. You trade the one that's overvalued. And then you start the one that you like the most. I'm like, you're setting me up for failure here. Like, you don't even just talk shit on all these guys. And they were like, all right, Jameis Winston. I forget who else.
Jared
Goff. And somebody else. And I was like, I don't know. Jameis Winston could have an incredible year. Bruce Arians is going to be there.
Drop.
I did. I dropped him.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I'll drop him just for the sake of the game. I think I said. And you're going to start Goff, I guess. It seems like the right move. He's got McVay in his corner.
Yep.
And then we trade. And I was like, what does trade mean? They're like overvalued. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is all negative. So I kind of I very much bullshitted through that entire thing. And I don't think there's going to be any good clips that are going to come out of it. We spent a couple hours in that place.
Yep.
And I don't think there's going to be a single good clip from there. That's probably the first real miss. But I don't know anything about fantasy football, Todd.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. I think you and I were the only people in this room that weren't on the group chat to draft a fantasy team, by the way.
Yeah.
Because
I
everybody
agree.
else in here has a fantasy football team,
I know.
except for us.
I got left
I
out.
don't
together.
have one either.
None of us are in a league together.
No.
I would have done one. I couldn't get invited to sing. My fucking son's in one. And I said, hey, just so you know, I'm not in any leagues. I'm open. Like, if you want to let me in your league, whatever. I don't think we have room. So, but I think I'm going to enjoy.
Sorry, man. Car's full.
That's a lot of work.
Hey, Billy, your own. That kid came from your nuts.
I know.
Right from it.
What the fuck? Just fucking threw me away.
You got to ground him.
Yeah, I should.
You two don't live together anymore.
I know.
Is it weird?
I have no control over him anymore.
Because you ever did?
Huh?
Because you did?
Yeah, I felt like it did. Be like, I fucking pay for this roof, and now I don't pay for his roof anymore. This is the last thing I had.
The last control line you had over him. I thought about having a kid.
Oh, wait a minute. Co-sign for his car. Fuck you, dick. I can take that car back.
Billy's going to be walking.
You thought about having a kid?
I thought about it, yeah. I thought about having a kid the other day.
Doctor.
We're on those Canadian vitamins. And I think some little child yelled or something. I was laying in bed. Sam was passed out. Not for long, though, because the pillows were terrible. So we were both up, I don't know, every 25 minutes or so. Slept more than Ty, but not much. But I got like deep in my mind there, and I thought about my kid. I'm gonna be a fucking bad dad. How do you care? I think, Todd, how do you care? It is always something they say, like, oh, when you see the baby, you never know love until you see your baby. What if it doesn't happen? What if I look at that thing and I'm like, oh, there goes all my fucking dreams.
Happens all the time.
I think it's what a lot of people say.
That's why they have adoption
Yeah,
agencies.
people give away kids all the
Listen,
time.
you guys cannot be promoting for me to adopt my kid or put my kid up for adoption.
Yeah.
It sounds like before this kid is even thought about or created, you all are very much on the put that thing up.
Throwing the towel in.
I'm
Well,
just a
I
fan
want to
of
be able to
having
tell.
an exit strategy.
Yeah, and I want to be able to tell everybody that when you look at your baby, you're just going to fall instantly in love. You're going to feel responsible for it being in the world and keeping it there, and you'll just naturally fall in love and never want to be away from it. But then, obviously, some people look at the kid and are like, "Yeah, I was wrong. They really need this thing."
I see my son. Never mind. I won't say Sam will get pissed off. All right. It's been a good Friday.
We had the end game from yesterday's episode.
Gumpy was tasked to pick up a question from a listener. And if Gumpy picked your question, you will win some merch from the store. Gumpy, who was it?
It's from @Marcelo_Unda. And the question was, after listening to Pat McAfee Show's interview with Marshawn Lynch, I went for Skittles for a snack. What's your go-to candy on all the road trips?
Okay, this is a problem. If there's a Reese's in the area, it's going down. And I'm trying to get on a diet. I'm trying to get fit like all these TV people. I mean, Chris Sims might be 120 pounds right now. Did you see him on TV? Everybody on TV gets very thin.
He looks like someone who would run marathons.
He looks like a horse. He does. He's got those big chompers and he's super skinny.
Thank you.
The opinions of Ty Schmidt did not reflect those of his employer. But he did. He seems like he lost a lot of weight because he knew he was going to be on TV. Everybody does that. And boy, whenever I'm around a Reese's, it's a problem. It's a real problem. The Canadian one were different, though.
I was just going to say that. I thought they weren't very good, to be honest.
I think they might have had a less sugar or different sugar.
For sure, because they did not taste that chocolatey, and the peanut butter was very bland.
And there was 3 of them in the package.
Yeah, weird.
So normally you get them 2 or 4 here in the States.
4 is king size in Canada.
What about 3?
3 is regular.
Yeah, that's obnoxious. Honestly, what they did is they took the taste from 2 of them and just spread it out into 3 of them.
That's exactly what it tasted like.
Just an extra morsel for you, pal.
Yeah.
Do sweets here taste extra sweet, Gump?
Not really, no.
Tastes better here?
We went pretty hard in that store last
Yeah,
night.
they also. They
That
had
was
the-
a nice tab.
We went outside on the staircase, just took off, man. It was our last night there, so we walked into the honey pot place and bought everything in there. I'm a little bit of an overspender in there. When they see me walk in there should be bells and whistles going off.
You got the people with the iPads elbowing each other in the net trying to.
I remember the big fucking dumb American guy. He's only in town for probably 24 hours. He's going to buy everything. And that's what happened. We really did. So we thought we couldn't waste it. And we just took off. And we all stumbled back into the lobby. It was kind of a long day. And there's like a little gift shop. And we walk in there. And it's just fucking. Oh, I know that. It was a savage operation.
We're literally all just bumping into
But
each other.
Sam was over looking at this like mousse thing. It was chocolate. And then
Knocked over a bag.
knocked over a bag trying to get to it. We just looked like the dumbest Americans of all time. And Ty and I walked out of there with Reese's. I had ice cream. I went an ice cream.
Oh, well,
Nice.
I offered to pay for everybody, and everybody only had a few things. But then when I offered to pay, a couple people took a second trip back to the rack.
Name.
I went back. I went back and grabbed ice cream.
Found the ice cream after about 20 minutes in there.
Nick was sitting there like he was the first one up to the counter, so I just assumed he was checking out and moving, you know. And instead, he like turned around and he like told the lady at the counter like, "I got everybody's," and I like overheard it.
Wait, you had Canadian money?
No card. You still a card. Canadian money, by the way, they aren't ready to just do the math for you either. If that thing's $5 Canadian and you give them $5 American, which is actually probably like $6.50 in Canadian.
Dollar and a
Whoa,
quarter.
hey, buddy, I can take this.
No, or
They don't like to do it
Or-
because it's way more. It's $1.25 for every U.S. dollar. in
yeah, and they'll
Canada.
just keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was worth it. Whatever. I got that one fucking ice cream sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
The lady was hysterical. She was a lady in the food truck, and she was parked right outside of our hotel the first time we were there. Mm-hmm. And we walked by it, and we were going to get food, and we hadn't ate all day. And I walked by the ice cream truck, and I stopped. I was like, "Fuck, we should get something." We weren't even high yet.
No.
That was before we didn't even get a chance to experience Canada.
Right.
So we got one, and then we walked off, and we did like a 2-hour walk around the city or whatever. And as we're coming back to the hotel, I stop at the ice cream truck, and the lady that's working the ice cream truck peeks her head around the corner, and she goes, "Oh my God, look at you!" And I was like, my eyes, I guess, were just barely open, and she was like, "Oh, hey, Cheech, you want to?" I was like, "I'll take that ice cream thing." I love it, man. But I did it when Nick said he was paying for it. I did it like a fucking. I looked like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier when they, they do the turnaround.
The heel click.
And walk right back, and then turn around and went right back up there. It was nice, man. Those Reese's were shit, though.
Yeah, they're garbage. And the other selection was horseshit, too.
You
Oh,
said
yeah,
something-
why'd you go so ham at Mr. Big?
Oh, yeah.
He went hard. Mr. Big is like, I guess, a Canadian candy bar.
Delicacy.
Yeah, so
Any-
Gump says.
I told you it was dog shit.
Yeah, Gump hates Canada, by the way. We got a Canadian here that just hates Canada.
Yep.
Is that true?
That's not true. All I said was there was too many suits. And I don't think
Oh,
I'm wrong
specifically
in
in
that.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Not a big suits guy?
There's a lot of people who maybe thought they were more important than they were.
Hey, pal.
It's honest. Except Kyper. Kyper is somebody.
He had a great suit.
Hey,
He
Steve
did
Nash.
look
Steve
good.
Nash powed Gumpy. Gave him a
Did it
pow.
pal off?
Nice.
Well, he had to because Gumpy gave him about 5 pounds in quick succession when he was leaving.
Gumpy hit him with a 5-piece.
He did.
Pal, good to see you, pal. From Victoria, pal. He was like, "All right, pal." And I tried, man. I said it on yesterday's show. I tried to show Steve Nash my jumper so he could critique it, and the fucking Canadian Wi-Fi was too slow. It wouldn't load the video. Oh, Steve Nash had to leave. When's that opportunity going to open up again?
I know
Probably
because
never.
he's one of the guys you would want to see it. I mean, he would know what he's talking about.
Anyways, that's my answer to old Cuzzy that asked that question. Reese's. I think it's the best.
You know what Reese's get me now? I don't know. They're like leftover from Halloween or Christmas, like the very little one, like individual wrapped ones.
Do you like those ones? Too much
Oh, yeah.
work for me.
Well, no, like
Anything they
I go out
touch is
to
gold.
I go out to like get water in the middle of the night, and I'm like, oh, one of
Might
these
as well.
won't hurt.
It's a lot of work, though, isn't it?
Apparently, not enough work.
Yeah, but I have the same
I
problem.
mean, you can't just eat one of them, right?
Yeah, because you got to have like 3 or 4 because
It's
they
ones
fit
with
in
the-
your hands.
Yeah, with the foil around it.
Yeah.
No, I could have just one.
Really?
No way.
Promise
no
you.
way.
Good for you.
Oh, when it's like 2:37 in the morning.
You don't have self control.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I've had that same exact situation as you. And when I go in, I take out like 5 of them.
Oh, yeah.
No, just a little Digsy treat to go before he goes back to bed.
A little Dixie Reese.
I have
gotta-
do a little song while I'm opening it up because it does take a little bit to open it up.
Diggy like.
You got to go with the thins. It's healthier,
The Thins are good.
Thins are delicious.
and you can eat 80 of them, and it's like eating one.
Have you had the PCs in the Reese's yet?
Yeah, I like the texture change up there. We also they sent us the outrageous candy.
Yeah,
bar?
nutrageous.
The nutrageous thing. They sent that with a
It's a bit
what was that? A cooler with
Yeah,
wheels
yeah.
Oh, I saw there's a Reese's Take 5 now too.
with a boom boom. Yeah, Sam loves the Take 5 one. I think they did it right.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Hey, the Hershey guy. I
Guess-
learned his story somehow. Somebody told me. Who told me?
Me, I've been
Like
watching
the
the
Hershey
History
guy?
Channel.
Oh,
He's been on there a lot.
Yo, this dude invested all of his money into a chocolate company before he even had a chocolate recipe. He had no clue how to make chocolate.
Really?
I was like, yep, fuck it. We'll figure it out.
You gotta respect the fuck out of
Well, they
that.
got a bunch of wagons and horses. They're gonna take forever to build this fucking plant. We'll figure out how to make the chocolate. I'm just gonna dump a quick $1 million into it. That's what he did, right? He built up an entire town.
He had some other company that he sold, made $1 million from it. $1 million back in the day, obviously a tremendous amount of money. He invested all of it into Dairy, PA. He bought up the dairy farms in the town. He built a town for his factory workers to live in, and then he built the factory before he ever had the recipe to make the actual milk chocolate.
This guy was selling drugs.
By the way, that town Hershey smells like dog shit. I don't know what it is.
It's the fucking chocolate factory.
It does not smell good. You ever been there?
Yeah, we were there WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Nice
Doesn't
town.
smell good.
Road to WrestleMania started in Hershey.
Yeah.
Did you notice the smell?
Yeah, that was our first stop. Yeah.
It smelled like chocolate.
But no, I know what you mean. I've been to Hershey Park before, the amusement park they
Yeah.
have around there. It does smell. It's not
weird.
good. It's not pleasant.
I smell chocolate because Mr. Hershey did it right. I've never really smelled anything. I don't think I smelled anything. The only thing I smelled was all the humans that were pouring into that Applebee's.
Oh my God.
Bro, we were sitting in an Applebee's. The humans that were just pouring into that place were next level, man. I don't think they worked for Mr. Hershey. I think they traveled in from out of town.
Never would have guessed.
Mr. Hershey wouldn't let his humans smell the way they smell.
Milton? No chance.
No way.
Definitely tourists. A lot of tourists go through.
Todd, you're a big
right?
candy guy. You like the sweet stuff, though, don't you?
Yeah, you know what I'm hooked on right now? I like specifically the Costco brand chocolate covered almonds. The Kirkland brand, I think is what they are. And they come in a tub, like, I don't know, it's probably 4,000 in a thing. It's like a big pickle jar size. Don't I gulp? Are they delicious? I got him hooked on them now. Yeah. But they make so much noise, so when you get up at 2:30 in the morning and reach in there, it's like, and your girlfriend wakes up like, what the fuck? Other than that, though, they're awesome.
Yeah, the nuts are also healthy, too. So
Yeah, that's what I feel about it.
Yeah.
I get my protein.
Well, if it's dark chocolate, you're good.
Almonds are keto.
Hey, chocolate macadamia nuts, also incredible.
Oh, I love macadamia nuts.
They do that in
sounds-
Hawaii.
Really?
Big chocolate macadamia nut state over there, Hawaii.
Nice.
I plow through probably about 4,000 every time I'm out there. I just let them eat. Then they have some wasabi ones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I get down.
I believe it's wasabi macadamia nuts. Oh,
Man.
Clear right out.
Macadamia nuts are so good. They're really
Underrated.
expensive, though, right?
yeah, because I think they come from,
Right. You gotta get them from Hawaii.
yeah,
Yeah.
potentially.
My number
Think
one
so.
candy grab at any gas station are the giant chewy sweet tarts.
Yeah,
Four in a
and
pack.
And
That's because you're
you
a
are a
3-year-old
weird
child.
dude.
Every
Wait.
single time.
You eat candy like you're a 3-year-old child.
No, and Zito too. I mean, I walked in, Zito and Nick have a very similar.
I'm a variety guy. I buy for everybody.
I walked in here the other day, and Nick had one of those sweet tart necklaces.
What the fuck are you?
Oh, with the little
Yeah,
balls that
he
you
pull
can
it
spit
out.
off.
He had
I
his
saw it.
mouth sucking on it.
Yeah, because you can slingshot with
Neck's
those
all
things.
fucking sticky after.
Those things are such a good concept.
If I had like a mountain of ecstasy, maybe, yeah, I'd be all into it. But
Speaking of ecstasy, I hope Bieber comes out of it.
Yeah.
That was a sad post by the Biebs.
It was.
You know what though? I think we all noticed it. We all realized it,
Yeah.
and I think we're all going to come out the other side. Still a fan of Bieber. Hey Bieber, you might have been going through some real shit, but when you got in that booth, you were making some real heat,
Yeah.
bub.
Yeah.
You can do as many drugs as you want as long as you're putting out bangers.
Well, I think he doesn't want to do drugs.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah, but you were just saying like you can do as many as you
I
want.
hope it doesn't affect his music.
You think he's going to sober up, and it's all going to be for naught.
You never
He
know.
may even pour more into his music.
I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Who's the guy? Who's the rapper?
Which one?
Mac Miller.
I'm on a pursuit. of-
Kid
Cudi.
Cudi.
Yeah.
He got sober, right? He stopped smoking weed.
Yeah.
Tried to release a couple albums.
They were
Didn't do
not
great.
They were not
Stunk.
Then he
good.
started smoking weed again.
Great album
And then
again.
the heater. Just like Eminem, right?
Yeah.
Eminem stopped smoking weed, lost his flow. Now he's coming back. Very aggressive. Every time he gets on the microphone. Very aggressive.
Very aggressive. He's trying to fight everybody again.
He's trying to fight the microphone when he gets in there, man. Eminem used to be that guy, too. And then now when he rhymes, it is... I mean, he's beating my ears up when he goes. Because he just... Word. Lost his flow, though. You know what I mean? I think he lost his flow. And I don't want Eminem to hear that. I don't want him to bury me.
You got this tape coming
Maxine rack and smacking him in the mouth.
Napkins.
I think Eminem still has a couple heaters left in him, though, somewhere deep down in there. And I think
He's so rich, he doesn't fucking care anymore.
he has to have all of Detroit. Does he own just a part?
Oh, dude, everyone in Detroit bows down. 1,000%.
They should.
Yeah.
What, him, Gene Simmons, Kid Rock?
Kid, yep, exactly. Nailed it. Tim Allen,
Tim,
state of Michigan.
Yeah, you have to.
Legend.
Hey, whenever he does those Pure Michigan commercials,
Yeah,
you hear the Santa Claus talking about it? Come on. I do want to remake Santa Claus. That's my goal one
You
day.
got to meet him.
Tim Allen?
Yeah.
I think it'll happen one day. We'll see. My dad,
Sure it will.
My dad is Tim Allen, though, I think. Like just a different version without the cocaine sales in the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's his show now he has out?
Last man standing.
Yeah. Oh, it fucking stinks.
I was about to say, it was one of the shows. It was one of the shows on that was in Canada that I.
Yeah. I watched it for about 4 hours. the last couple days.
I watched
It's
it.
the only goddamn thing. The channels up there are bad.
Bad channels in
Because
Canada.
I was watching Home Improvement.
Where?
In the hotel. It was
No.
on. Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
Do they only show Tim Allen? Is it, is he the only
Played
guy?
every Santa Claus movie too.
I think that's why DAZN's so big up there. I was trying to scan through the television.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
We're talking about bad shows on good channels.
Yeah.
We
You
should-
got HBO and stuff, pal?
Even
No, they don't.
You're
Yeah,
not.
just
on
that
the
was
hotel.
just basic cable, though, right?
yeah, but I'm talking.
It was the basic.
You don't have like TBS,
the
TNT?
basic.
We're at a
Stuff like
that.
goddamn
Yeah, that was it.
Hilton, not a fucking motel on the side of the highway. Like, get HBO in there.
Hey, real quick, those are not Hilton pillows. I don't think the Hilton family would like to take the ownership of the Toronto Hilton pillows.
Paris in the house, y'all.
Nikki.
Both of those do have the last name of Hilton.
Yes. And neither would accept the pillows you're talking about. I can
If
tell you.
Paris Hilton walked into that Hilton and put her head down on those pillows, I'd argue she'd change her name.
I forgot
Yes.
that Paris was a Hilton. So I said the only Hilton that I knew.
How do you?
We heard that.
She's actually more famous than Nikki Hill.
Way more.
Shit, TV show.
1 million times more famous.
Yeah, I think.
Forgot that she had. I thought she was just one of those one name people. Forgot that she had a last
You've
name.
never seen House of Wax?
Who?
Oh, great movie.
Absolute amazing movie.
Out there in the middle of nowhere, there's that
Yeah.
wax museum thing.
Just wax.
Good movie.
Madame Tussauds.
What's that?
Wax Museum.
What was the name of it?
Madame Tussauds.
Which Hilton was
Madame
in?
Tussauds,
Which,
but
Yeah, you get it.
which Hilton was in the?
The
what-
only Hilton.
Paris, dude.
I've seen one of her movies.
Oh,
it wasn't
very
that
good.
one.
Probably. Oh, Jesus. Big fan. All right. Thank you to the guy that asked the candy question. We'll do that every Friday. Gumpy will hook you up with some merch. We got a lot of good shit
That
coming.
was a good question.
It was a good question. All right. Everybody have a great fucking weekend. Show's over. Did we do everything we're supposed to? Yeah.
Sounds like it.
We're giving away a car.
Monday, 10 a.m.
Monday, 10 a.m. Our lives change. Hopefully the world changes. I mean, it's a big world, right? You always think you're going to put a dent in it, and then you find out, nope. You go to Toronto, you just walk around, nobody has a clue who you are. Except for a couple people. Shout out Colin, who did what I did to the Big Kipper to me in front of the DAZN people. His name's Colin. He was wearing a suit. Even though Gumpy hates you, I don't. I appreciate you greatly. Monday morning, 10 a.m. Will the tech work? Who knows? Will it look good? I think so.
Definitely.
Well, we're going to bring some electricity, I'll tell you that. It's going to be streaming through the social medias. It's going to be streaming through the DAZN app. It's going to be a beautiful one. A couple big name guests coming on next week. Do I say them now?
Tease.
Sure.
Sure.
An NFL quarterback who's undefeated
Yeah.
this season is going to be on the show next week.
There we go. Narrowed down.
Very happy he won, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Sucks for Zito. Sucks for Chuck Pagano, whose defense had an incredible showing. Sucks for Chicago. Sucks for Mitch Trubisky.
Hey, they made that
Horse
field goal
grinders.
though.
Why didn't they kick the 51-yarder? Let the kid have a shot.
don't know.
Are you just not going to kick 50-yarders the rest of the year because last year's kicker wasn't good?
It was 4th and 10 too, wasn't
Fourth
it?
and 10, 51-yarder, very attainable. That Eddie Pinheiro kid kicked like a 69-yard field goal or
And
something.
if you're not going to kick
to
the field goal, why not punt?
Well, I mean,
Why?
Trubisky's passes were getting within like 5 yards of his
All
players.
right.
Gumpy.
Anyways, he'll be on the show next week. And a lot of big-name people. Very thankful for all of them. Very thankful for you. Let's go ahead and dominate the world. From myself, Todd McComas, Ty Schmidt, who's probably still awake right now while you're listening to this, Evan Fox, who had just heard about a lava cake today, Zito, whose fanhood has been questioned, but definitely not brought down at all.
Not done. But up.
Well, you're literally at the bottom right now.
Started from the bottom, but now
You're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Completely defeated. The only team in the NFL right now.
it's only up from here.
Damn right.
Thank you.
I think that Bears team's good, but the Green Bay Packers might be good too.
Evidently.
We just might be.
I can't wait to see what fucking LaShawn McCoy does with the Chiefs. How about the Browns, man? What are they going to do?
Dead.
Yeah, this is a Steeler fan talking, but the Browns could be just come out and just light it up.
Odell's not even. He's not even going to
Odell
play a
can't
game.
run.
Yeah, what happened? Antonio Brown's not playing. Odell Beckham's not playing. Julio Jones, I don't think he's playing. Wide receivers were the talk of the offseason, and then now the regular season's here, and they're not going to play? That can't happen. I hope they're healthy. I hope they get healthy. I hope
A couple of them.
I hope Drew Rosenhaus salvages the situation. Seems unsalvageable, but if anybody could do it, Drew Rosenhaus can do it. I hope Odell Beckham plays because whenever he's on the field, it's electric.
I did too. I don't want any excuses out of that team.
That a boy Diggs. Hey, really noble of you to do that. Way to take the high road.
Thank you.
Hey, that wasn't just the most football cliche thing of all time. Won't make any excuses. Won't make any excuses. Because the Cleveland Browns fans will say, well, we didn't even have Odell Beckham. You're right. They should say that because they made a big play to get him. Hip injury, though. Is that hip flexor? Is that from him kicking field goals?
Or the field goal net.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I hope he plays. I like the Browns. I like everything. I can't wait for the full NFL season to get started. I can't wait for you to have an incredible weekend. Monday, 10 a.m. We're giving away a goddamn Cadillac Escalade that's been sitting in my driveway for the last couple of years. It's not the one with the black mold in it.
Nope.
No.
It's a very nice vehicle.
It's an actually nice vehicle.
Very nice. Very expensive.
What year is it?
17?
How many miles?
Jeez.
Next to none. I drove it probably 4 times.
I mean, retail, that thing's going for at least $78K.
Yeah, it's,
yeah, people are making a lot of money when they get it and sell it.
yes.
Yeah, just get it and sell it. Am I even allowed to do? I wonder if there's any. Yeah, you should sell it.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, they can do whatever they want.
Just get it and sell it.
Or keep it. It might last you another 10 years. Free car.
10 to 15 years.
Put some new tires on there, maybe get a
Yeah.
new battery. Boom.
Tires are good.
Tires are good. There we go.
Tires are brand new, basically. I mean, I didn't drive that thing at all. I hated it. There's so many buttons in it. I couldn't drive.
It's like the space shuttle in
It
there.
really was. I was like, can I turn up the fucking volume? And then all of a sudden, I'm blasting the heat on my ass. I'm like, I don't want that. I want the volume. And then I turn up the air conditioning. And then I move the mirror. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'll just go back to this truck with 3 buttons. This thing got the Bluetooth? Yeah, but you got to go in here. And you can't do it while you're driving. And all that. I'm like, get the fuck out
It's
of
a
here.
real issue.
It is. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
One man's issue is another fan base's opportunity.
Nice.
Monday through Friday on DAZN, 10 to noon, and on Westwood, worldwide radio show. Gumpy, our international correspondent, will be answering the phones. We hope you get through. If you get on the show, please know that I have a completely new mindset due to Mike Francesa. Was Mike Francesa right about the Slack stock?
No.
Not currently, but that's a 20-year play.
Correct.
People forget.
Don't touch it.
They do.
Francesa told me if a caller calls in, they want to be a part of the show. And if they're not adding to the show, you must, for the good of the whole, get them off the fucking show. So I want to tell you this. I'm a fair man.
Oh, yeah.
Stern,
Very.
Fair.
but fair. I'll give you every opportunity to perform greatness on the show. We'll be thankful if you call on the show, but God damn it if you waste our time. I'm going to bring the Thor hammer down.
Can't just let you just shit all over the stage, you know?
Yeah, can't do it.
Can't do it.
Won't do it.
Nope.
Nick and Diggs will be there as well. And myself. I think I just said everybody's name in the room. That's what I was trying to do. Have a great Friday. We'll see you on Monday. Ty Schmidt, hit the music.